Hey, my friends. I'm coming at you on a Friday at about 6 o'clock up here in good old PDX, better known as Hillsboro, Portland area. We came here for a wedding, and on Sunday night after dinner, because we had a couple of people in the family that were already kind of sick, um, I kind of thought I wasn't feeling too good. And of course, a lot of people think I'm a hypochondriac. They think I'm sick with everything. But anyway, so I had a doctor's appointment Monday, and I wasn't really feeling 100% that day. But I mean, I was all right. My temperature was normal. All my everything else came back about the same as it was the last time I went. So in that essence, I'm okay. I'm not breathing too well right now because um, yesterday, I wasn't really feeling the best in the West, but here at this motel we're in, they have a workout room and a pool. And I was able to do the treadmill and a mild lightweight workout, but I think maybe that might have taken its toll on me. Today I went down to have breakfast, and I ate some breakfast, but I wasn't really feeling too good, and I needed to lay down, so I went to bed. I basically just got up. We're supposed to go out to dinner. I will make the wedding. I'll make it to that. This will eventually go away because it always does, but I just hate getting sick. Every time I try to work out or do something like that, a couple of weeks in, 3, 4, 5 weeks, something goes down. Well, that happened again. And I'm sure I'm going to get over it again. But I just want to keep you guys posted. And well, yeah, I'm still doing okay. Not really able to go after that workout right now because I got to get over whatever this is. And this is about day 5. But I'm over 3. I don't have that achy feeling. Now I'm just kind of tired. You know what I mean? It's going to take time to get back to where I was. Really does suck, you know? We got a lot of other things that are going on in the world, and I kind of wanted to put this out there. I don't try to name names or say what's what, because I try to keep myself under the radar. But you got to sit there and watch a lot of the things that are happening in front of you. And it doesn't matter whether you're this guy way over here or this guy way over here, or if you're right in here. But when you see things happen in front of you, it's very hard to look at it and go, wow, you know, oh, that's a really good thing. You have to stop and think about what U.S. president has ever dealt with a country. Now, I'm not going to name anything, but something happened 24 years ago. And it's funny because it's a very similar area. Now, if you know much about biblical prophecy, this is why I'm leaving a lot of this out of here. And there's no name, and no one knows for sure really who the person is. But I already have my hunches because I've been following this for quite a while. And it does seem like I have to go back and research this person's birthday. But I do believe this guy was born in 1985, and that has some kind of significance to me. I would say I've been calling this guy the lawless one forever. Okay? I've been calling this guy that forever. All of a sudden, we make this big thing with them. And so I jokingly said, making a deal with the devil. Posted that on Pastor Paul's site, and they actually liked my comment. Now, that doesn't take away from anybody liking a certain individual. They just see it as some kind of a art of the deal. But I don't see, and they're already talking two-state solution, Abraham Accord, blah, 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 blah. It's all biblical, guys. It's right there. So now you got to keep your eye on the picture. This is May. What does it say? 3.5 years of peace? That would be, the treaty would be within 2 months to maybe 3. Because if a certain person either does or doesn't run again, well, there is that limbo month where there isn't really anybody inaugurated until the next month. So it's really like an extra month. So June, July, August, somewhere within that. You look for a peace treaty to be signed somewhere there. All of a sudden, cutting deals with Syria. Last I knew, that wasn't a really great area either. Two-state solution, Third Temple, Abraham Accord. Those are three things that I'm looking at. Like I said, on Janie Duvall, I always forget his name. I call him Smiley because he is so sure that that person is Charles, who's almost gone. They say that Charles can't even talk anymore, and that they're getting ready because they're putting Will through some process. So eventually he will be the king, like we all knew when we were young. And that doesn't look like that idea is going to happen. Because we're looking for someone from the Middle East, not from Europe, not from the UK. You also have to look at the United Nations, who's involved. But as I tell you guys over and over, whoever it is that pens the treaty, Middle East, there's your pointer. But as the Bible says, none of us know, but we can guess. People can guess. Of course, someone's going to guess it and be right. Even if it's like a little 2%, someone's going to guess and be correct. So there's that little end. Now we'll go back to the beginning part. It's very difficult for me to stick to any kind of a diet here. So I've kind of had to like eat when I feel like I should. Maybe not if there's something else. And kind of stay strict on what I'm eating because it'd be very easy to fall off it in a week. And of course, the diet I threw myself on was not going to be a permanent one. It was just going to be for a period until I lost a certain amount of weight. So anyway, doctor stuff came back. Everything's not, I can't say it's 100% normal, but it's not unnormal as it was the last time. It's pretty much the same. Everything's pretty much right there in the middle or in the green or something like that. So it's not like it's anything extreme. So I don't be thinking they're going to give me any different medications. I don't think they're going to give me anything different to do. It's just do what you're doing, try to maintain your weight, and see what happens. They did give me the option to get the Orno, and I told them no. Funniest thing is, I don't feel as bad as the last time I got sick right after I had that. Because I don't believe that all the stuff that happened to me was just congenital and came from my family and I inherited it all. I think a lot of it came from getting Yeah, I smoked, but I never smoked a lot. And I think the COVID gave me the COPD. But as you see, I'm not coughing. That's kind of controlled, and I'll even show it to you. I don't want to give you the brand name, but I'll show you what it is. It's kind of like a bronchial inhaler. This has got what they call prednisone in it, and that was what they were giving me orally. But now I just do this every day, and I have another one that I use. And so far, it's been working. It really does suck to get sick when you were doing so well. And what the crazy thing is that I'm almost 70 years old. The people I know that actually have it, that I think I initially caught it from, are still sick. I mean, they're sicker than me. And they're younger. So there you go. Now I'm going to show you some dumb little thing that I purchased on the internet. And I'm going to show you if I can find it. If it's in front of me, here it is. So I thought this was going to be a little bit bigger, but for the price, it really wasn't bad for a travel companion tablet. I'm mostly Apple. A lot of people are, but Android once in a while is a little good thing to have. I have a cellular iPad at home I didn't want to travel with. I was able to put the chip into this, And also there's a slot in the SIM to put an SD card up to 1 terabyte, which would then make this a 1 terabyte tablet, and great for travel. And if you lost it, it's still going to be signed into, but it's only a $120 item. Don't take that $2,000 item with you. Take this. Most places like this have Wi-Fi. We have it. I'm just not using it because my cellular is unlimited. So I've just been using this. When I get home, I'll put the chip back in my main unit. Run this off of Wi-Fi if I do. Great little buy. I got 2 of them for $230. And like I said, whatever SD card you want to put in it will make it that much information. It stores photos and stuff like that. So it's a great little thing that I bought for travel. And of course, me, forgetting how Oregon weather is, I came up here with pretty much summer garb, and it's been looking like rain or raining every day. The event tomorrow is supposed to rain. They don't think it's gonna, but it sure does look like it. But I wanted to get back to you because I usually do at least one video a week, and I didn't throw one in, so here's today's video. I'm waiting to get picked up to go to dinner. I want to be there because that's kind of the wedding dinner before they have the thing. And since we're family, I do want to show up for that. Kind of sucked because I put a damper on my workout. Hopefully by the time we get home on that Monday, I'll be able to start working out again as far as real weights. They have them here. But anyway, so I bought this little guy, and it works to a fashion because I believe this probably happened like they say. I spent a lot of time looking at phones, like not sitting up like this, and I can't put my head back. Like, can't touch the ground. You put this like this, put your neck right in this, and you can. Last night when I was at the gym, I didn't use it that way, and so it didn't work the way I thought it was. There's actually a zipper in here that I didn't even know existed. Kind of funny. And I guess you could maybe you can put your keys in it or something. Yeah, see? It does open up. I don't know why, but it does. And I am kind of the gadget king, but that was one of the reasons why I bought this tablet. Because I thought it was a little larger than it was, but it cuts the deal for travel. But again, one of my friends who's been doing, they're talking about doing this weight loss, and then they show their dinners, and it's like, well, no, that if you eat that all day, that and nothing else, and eat it early, I guess it's okay. One, helping. But if you heap that on every plate, and you're going to, Dairy Queen or something like that all the time, well, then you can't think you're going to lose weight. Especially if you have like a diabetic problem. I love ice cream. I had a shake the other day. I didn't drink all of it. But you just can't indulge in things that aren't going to be good for you. It doesn't work, especially when you get older. I still have coffee. I have that usually every morning. Today kind of sucked because I wasn't really feeling the best. Then we're going to go out and have the dinner, and then we'll probably come back, and we'll get up, and tomorrow's the wedding, and that'll be a pretty much whole day thing, and then Sunday we'll be coming back. We'll be going back to good old California. Now, I don't do a lot of political stuff on here. I try to stay neutral, but I did want to search something out and find out what was true or not. They're sitting there on the dreaded FB trying to tell you guys that who has a big old 90% approval rating, and I went and looked it up. And it's 75 to 80% of evangelical Christians. But I believe in the book. But Republican Christians are 72% of, let's see if I can do it. I can't do it. But that's the approval rating. 72% of the 90% are evangelical Christian, then that only leaves 10 to 12% of regular Republicans. The rest of the Republicans that don't have any religious whatever, no. They either didn't vote or voted for somebody that they knew wasn't going to win anyway. And again, anybody can tell you that they're this big Christian when they're not. There are people that can't quote one Bible verse that might tell you that they're a Christian. It would be like me telling you that I'm this expert plumber and come in your house and all I can do is go, well, the water comes on and yeah, there's a drip, but there's nothing else I could do because I don't know. And when you tell people you're this Christian, but you probably really aren't, you don't go to church, you know what I mean? And a lot of Christians don't. I don't. But you can't believe everything someone tells you. But this group eats that up, and whatever they are told, they think is 100% gold. It's just crazy. And like I say, that guy, Mabus, Mabus? Mabus. I just said the guy's initials. Mabs. Mabus. Remember the Nostradamus prophecy of Mabus? Well, remember, these are things that came to him. Like I used to always say that he thought that when he heard the word abyss, because there was no such place as Texas back in those days, that how abyss kind of sounded like Texas or whatever, and one letter less of Mabus is the guy. That just hit me. This is the old school me, the old channel me, where and I do them all this way, I just start off and I start going. This is how I am with my family, and they have never seen someone like this. And I'll start to talk about something, and it'll lead me into something different, and the next thing you know, I'm bringing up something that I never even thought about. The guy from QATAR, what's his initials? MABS. Mabus. And if you remember the old Nostradamus prophecy about a person named Mabus, there it is. Wow. That was pretty interesting. So anyway, I got about 10 minutes and then I think everybody's going to show up. So I want to make sure I'm done with all this. This takes me back to a long time ago. You know, the old days of, I can't remember, his name was, Joey Powell. Claimed to be from Toronto, but I guess he is because there was a guy from there that talked like that. He had an Irish accent. Joey Powell. Those were the days of that. Hi, I'm Terrell. He's still around. Von Helton. Makalasi. I still subscribe to her, but don't really watch her much. Lisa Haven. I'm still subscribed, but they're so on the you-know-what that I cannot listen to them. I give Pastor Paul a kind of pass, and as long as they don't talk too much about it, I will watch him. Because I still like Thursday night, which is tonight, and I'm probably going to have to miss it and listen to it in bed. But they got so far on this end that I couldn't do it. Russell Brand, another one. Too far there. GB, too far there. And that's the reason why Gil Broussard dumped me as a friend on Facebook. It was because I dared say something against the guy, and GB thought he was great. And so rather than keep me as a guy just because of whatever, the guy dumped me. How crazy. Well, anyway, my friends, I guess I just kind of thought of something. Have a great day. Keep stocking up. There could be a peace deal. But if there is, I think it's the peace deal. Keep alert. Be ready. Because anything can happen. Don't take anything for granted. I wouldn't laugh at anything thrown your way because it could come out to be true. So until then, have a great day. Keep on keeping on.